Hey, how's it going? Today you and I are going to be unboxing and reviewing the Zhongshan K700H kitchen scale. This thing is really simple, no fancy apps or anything, but it promises to be a scale that just works. So you ready? Let's get into this. Just a quick note, my reviews are based upon the things that I think are important. That might be a little bit different for you, so what I recommend doing is after watching my video, you watch a couple of other videos made by different content creators. That way you get a wider range of likes and dislikes and testing criteria. That in turn should help you make a more informed buying decision, and that is the most important thing of all. Okay, this is the Zhongshan multi-unit scale. This scale doesn't have tons and tons of bells and whistles like the last one that I reviewed, and that's probably a good thing because although that last one was a good scale, the app that came with it completely ruined the experience. So this thing is going to be a scale and that's it. It's not going to have all kinds of cutesy features like nutritional information or anything like that. It's got multi-unit conversion, which means it can do grams, ounces, milliliters, and whatnot. It's supposed to have really accurate measurements. It's got a clear out tare feature, which is no big deal since every scale I've ever seen has one. And it's got numerical locking on it. If you look at the main scale, it's got a nice big display, but the reason I picked this up is because it has two distinct scales on it. The larger one can measure anything between 1 gram up to 15 kilograms. And this little small one is supposed to be able to measure everything between 1/100th of a gram and 500 grams. That's a welcome feature because the last scale I had couldn't read anything under 2 grams. And that's a pretty common thing as far as these go. However, I am getting a little bit worried here just for the fact that they've got their font on here and they couldn't seem to line up min and max. In fact, they got the M and the A overlapping each other on the box. So that's kind of weird. It's kind of scaring me thinking maybe there's not even a scale in here. It's a big rock or something. What? Anyway, I'm sure that's not the case. Let's get this sucker open. Got a couple of little AAA batteries. That's nice that it comes with. A lot of them don't. And I guess the rest is just the scale. Well, it's packed real nice, that's for sure. How the heck do you get this out of here? There we go. You know, this is fancy looking. It's got this little cover over the small scale, and this actually isn't a cover. Well, I can't get anything out of this today. This is actually a little tray, because if you're going to be measuring something on this small scale, it's probably going to be a really small amount of herbs or something. And what are you going to do? Set them straight on the scale? You need a little tiny container that you can set right on there, tear that out, and then weigh the contents on top. It's a nice little addition. They didn't have to do that. Okay, we got our little user manual here. Dual platform digital kitchen scale. Okay, this is a little fold out thingy that's got all the different languages in here, but I mean the scale is going to be pretty self-explanatory. Okay, it gives you all the different kinds of measurements that it can take, how to use all your different buttons. Then there's some precautions and some FAQs. Pretty simple device. Want to keep that around for reference. All right, let's put the batteries in this guy. Oh. Well, that door doesn't fit on there very good, does it? Is that broken or something? Well, there you go. That's a pretty chintzy piece of plastic there. Kind of feels like you're going to end up with a piece of tape over this at some point, but I bent it out a little bit and it seems like it's staying on now, but it is pretty loose. Okay, the scale has a little stainless steel plate on each of the scale surfaces. So this isn't a solid piece of stainless, it's just an overlay, probably over a piece of plastic. The scale itself is pretty small. It is just about 6.5 inches wide. If we want to be exact, it's 6 3/8. And as far as the length, it's 9.5. Exactly. Going through functions on this is going to be really super easy because there ain't a whole lot of them. You got your on-off button right there, and that will turn your scale on and off. Once you turn that on, you'll see that it does a quick calibration and then zeroes itself out. Just remember that when you're using a scale like this, or any scale by that matter, you want to be using it on a solid surface. If you're using it on something that gives, then it's going to screw up your measurements. You can see there's a 1 and a 2. The 1 is for the big scale. The 2
is for the small scale. Now I can show you that tare feature if I was going to put some herbs in here. You can see that this thing is 16.57 grams, and it does move around a little bit, so it must be someplace in between 16.56 and 16.57 somewhere, or 5.8. That's not going to bother me too much because we're talking about hundredths of a gram here, so I would expect that these are going to move around a little bit. In fact, if I were to put that up here on the other scale, it's probably going to be a lot less jittery since the measurement range on this is a lot different. See, it seems pretty stable there. Now the tare feature, if I were to hit this one button right there, you can see now that that's zeroed out. And if I put something else inside of it like that, then you see that this little Rode wireless mic is 33 grams, but the entire weight of that stuff is the 33 plus the 16. We just used the tare feature to eliminate that from it. And if I were to just lift this off now, you'll see that this says minus 16 grams because it took away the 33 from this and also the 16 from this. Hence, minus 16. We can hit the tare feature again and it'll zero that back out. Same goes for the smaller scale. Tear that out, this on there. Same deal, it's 32.95 and that's probably going to bounce around a little bit or not. Maybe a little bit more accurate at higher measurements. Who knows? But if I pull this off, then we're at minus 16.53. So you can see right off the bat that this smaller scale is going to be really useful for things like herbs, just because they weigh so little and it's going to be a lot more sensitive. Now, just putting this tray back on here again, you can see that we are on grams. I can use this button here to change the unit of measurement. So I click this and right away it's kept the small scale at grams, but the large scale is changed to kilograms. And that's because the maximum measurement on this small scale is less than a kilogram. I believe it was 500 grams. Yes. Now we'll switch unit measurements again, and now we're talking about pounds, then ounces, then a combination of pounds and ounces, and then regular milliliters, and lastly, milk milliliters. And that's just because since milk is thicker, you have to measure the milliliters slightly different with that than you would with something like water. The only other key we have on this is the additive button right here. And what that does is it combines the two scales to give you a total amount. So let's say that I was just on ounces. I could take this tray, stick it on there. It's 0.584 ounces. And I can take this Rode thing, stick it on here, and that's 1.15 ounces. If I don't want to do the math, and let's be honest, who does? You click this equal button and you can see right there that it's added them together for you. And that is pretty cool.
Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing.
What do you say we give this guy a little test? First, we're going to see how well this can pick up just a tiny bit of pepper, because with my old scale, it couldn't read anything under 2 grams. So we're going to see exactly how much of this pepper has to go onto this before it picks it up. Oh, I didn't expect that. That's almost nothing. Okay, that's 0.07 or 0.08 grams of pepper. And how much pepper is that actually? Let's see. Here is a little half of a teaspoon. Let's see how much of this actually goes in here. Well, that's not quite all of it, but you can see that's nothing. So that definitely is a pinch. In fact, you probably wouldn't measure out this amount in a recipe. You would just say a pinch, and that's kind of what that is. Okay, now we're gonna measure out a tiny bit of water here. Okay, we're gonna put in, let's say 50 mils here. That's too much. We'll make it 80 mils. Remember, this isn't gonna be completely exact because measuring stuff on these little lines is not super duper accurate, but hopefully it'll be close enough to not matter. All right, now I'm just gonna take this little ramekin, set it right there. We're going to tear the ramekin out, and we're gonna change the unit of measurement to water milliliters. Let's see how much this gives me. I was saying 80, that says 81, and I'm not going to say that that's not accurate because I could have very easily been a tiny bit off of that. Now, if we were talking about milk, That might be a little different story. So we'll switch over to the milk milliliters, and we're going to try to do the same thing here again. Okay, and that looks pretty accurate too. Now, just out of curiosity, let's see what happens if we leave it on milk milliliters, but we put that same amount of water back in there instead. And this is just so you at home can see what can happen if you're using the wrong liquid. This should come out a lot different actually. So I'll pour that in there. Already measured this back to 80 milliliter. And look how much different it is. It's saying 68 milliliters because the milk is heavier by volume. Pretty cool. I've used scales in the past where it didn't get that change correct. And let's see what happens if we do this on the small scale too. Tear that one out and see how this does here. Well, it seems reasonably close. Let's see what happens if I switch these around. That's 68 again. That's going to say 72 again. Yeah, I guess so. So the measurements on these are a tiny bit different. And I'm going to say that that might even have something to do with the fact that this is hanging over the edges of that scale. In fact, let's try this. I'm going to tear that out again and see what happens if I pour this water in here. Yeah, that's much better. So just remember, if you're using the small scale for anything, if you get one of these, you don't want to have anything bleeding over the edges of that. It's going to throw the measurements off. Anyway, for 30 bucks, not a bad scale at all. The only thing I'm concerned about is that funky door right here. Well, the last scale review I did was for a device that had all kinds of extra features, plus it had an app. The problem with that though was that the app was terrible and it made the scale cost too much. With the K700H, you not only get 2 scales, but that smaller scale goes all the way down to 1/10 of a gram. That's really great because most of the time scales in this price range aren't going to go much below 2 grams minimum. Not a lot of cutesy features, but the thing just works. If you'd like a little bit more information about that Zhongshan scale, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. Also, I'd like to take a quick second to acknowledge all of our channel members right here and to say thank you so much for your continued support. If you like this video, then you might like this playlist right here that's got all of the other kitchen gadgets that I've reviewed in the past. A lot of times having some cool gadgets is just as important as having the right appliances too. Check that out and I'm sure you'll find something that intrigues you. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon. And until that time, I'm Joe and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.